Everyone's heard of it, most people are invested in it, but where did it come from and what is some of the history behind the largest cryptocurrency in the world, Bitcoin? Bitcoin is well known as the first ever cryptocurrency and was developed back in 2009. Bitcoin is a blockchain-based, decentralized digital currency powered by a network of users who verify and record transactions without relying on a central authority or intermediary. This is a complete polar opposite to what's known as fiat currency, for example the Great British Pound or the US dollar, that is controlled by a central bank, or in the UK, the Bank of England. With Bitcoin, transactions are processed via something called proof of work. Bitcoin miners compete to verify transactions on the network via this proof of work method by solving complex computer-based equations. This is all done by using an insane amount of computer power. Some Bitcoin investors simply enjoy the hype of the cryptocurrency and like being part of a new and novel coin, while others believe that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies could be the future of currency worldwide.
We are going to the moon.
We've also seen some countries, such as Venezuela, adopt Bitcoin as legal tender, meaning that it can be used in shops up and down the country. There's absolutely no doubt about it. Bitcoin has had a meteoric rise since it was first introduced back in 2009. But the first 13 years of trading have also exposed some shortcomings and flaws in the digital currency platform. Let's begin right back where it all started. Bitcoin was born out of one of the world's most chaotic and hectic financial environments between 2007 and 2009. This was during the peak of the global financial crisis, when there was a lot of distrust in money, banks and the government. From this, Bitcoin was created in 2009 by a person or a group using the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto, a name that you've probably all heard of before. The Bitcoin blockchain was then officially launched on January the 3rd, 2009, when the first block, or Genesis block, was created. It took over a year for the first real-world transaction of Bitcoin to take place, which took place in May of 2010. This is a well-documented story where a guy from Florida apparently negotiated to buy 2 Papa John's pizza for 10,000 Bitcoin, which is equivalent of around $25 at the time.
I just told people I wanted a pizza and I want to pay with Bitcoin. I didn't want a gift card. I didn't want some weird exchange. I wanted to give you Bitcoin and you give me pizza.
Over time, the financial value of Bitcoin has become more widely understood. Today, it's become the cornerstone of many people's investment portfolios, and it's been one of the largest growing asset classes over the last 5 years. Bitcoin first became available to buy, sell and trade on online exchanges in 2010. In April 2011, the price of Bitcoin reached the threshold of $1, and this was a big moment for the currency. Other currencies then jumped on the bandwagon, with coins like Ethereum being developed in 2015 and later released. Throughout this time, Bitcoin's popularity continued to rise, as did the price and the volatility. By the end of 2013, Bitcoin reached $1,000, and this continued to snowball up until 2017, where it reached around $10,000 per coin. Once it hit $10,000 in November of 2017, over the next month it doubled in value to $20,000 by the end of December 2017. In late 2017, hype, popularity and excitement around the crypto market led to one of the largest crypto market bubbles that we've seen so far. Due to this feverish excitement, many startups tried to raise capital to offer initial coin offerings and start to enter themselves into the cryptocurrency space. Unfortunately, this scene was plagued by downright fraud, and lots of people got burnt and lost a large amount of invested capital. Many of these tokens and coins collapsed within a year, and this is largely due to the fact that the cryptocurrency space is pretty much unregulated. By the end of 2018, the Bitcoin bubble had well and truly burst, and this dragged Bitcoin's value all the way back down to around $4,000 per coin, and the entire cryptocurrency market had crashed. The next major boom in Bitcoin popularity came during the COVID-19 pandemic at the end of 2020. Extended shutdowns of entertainment and leisure businesses such as sports and casinos, coupled with multiple rounds of government economic stimulus payments, left many younger Americans with extra disposable income and time on their hands, which helped fuel another surge in Bitcoin price in late 2020. And this was happening worldwide. The UK was shut down, most of Europe was also shut down, and many governments were supporting their population with some sort of supportive payment package. This, coupled with the fact that people weren't having to drive and people weren't able to go out, left lots of free cash in the market, and people decided to try to make a quick bit of money by investing in a rising cryptocurrency market. and none other than Bitcoin saw the rewards of this. Bitcoin broke out to new all-time highs of $20,000 in December of 2020 and eventually made it as high as $86,990 per coin in November of 2021. And that kind of brings us to where we're at the moment. Because of the stimulus packages and governments printing money, this has stimulated massive, rampant inflation worldwide. There was an aggressive tightening in money policy in early 2022, and that has triggered large-scale sell-offs in the cryptocurrency space. And Bitcoin has obviously bore the brunt of this. To make matters worse, the sharp decline in crypto prices in early 2022 triggered a liquidity crisis that led to the collapse of the 10 billion crypto hedge fund Three Arrows Capital. There were also the bankruptcies of cryptocurrency lenders Celsius and Voyager Digital. The crypto market volatility also led to the $60 billion collapse of Luna and the associated stablecoin Terra USD.
Hard to believe that only a week ago, Luna was one of the top cryptocurrencies with billions of dollars flowing into it, and all it took was one market downturn to turn this golden token into digital toilet paper. I mean, in 1 week, Luna has gone from $80 a token to less than $1.
All of this fiasco caused the stablecoin Tether to depeg from the US dollar in May of 2022. As of recording this video, Bitcoin is valued at $19,000 per coin, which is a far cry from its all-time high of $68,000. However, when considering its 2018 lows of around $4,000, it's still doing fairly well. Despite this most recent sell-off, Bitcoin is still one of the best performing financial products over the last 10 years. Rising from pretty much nothing, it's become a staple in the investing space and has made a lot of people very wealthy. Bitcoin's extreme volatility is its largest hurdle, and it is the thing that will restrict it from becoming a global or universal currency. At this point, Bitcoin remains a highly speculative investment, and it's still pretty much impossible to assess its intrinsic value because, dependent on who you listen to, it doesn't have any.
With Bitcoin is it's not money and it's not really currency. It's just a digital token, and it has no actual value other than the fact that people believe it has value.
Really, there are two camps in the cryptocurrency space. Those who believe it's the future and will invest everything they own into it, and those who believe it has no intrinsic value and think that it could potentially be a scam. Personally, I think there should be a camp right in the middle, and that's the camp that I sit in. This camp understands the importance of investing in innovative technologies such as cryptocurrency, but doesn't want to risk investing their entire life savings into something that's still relatively speculative and new as a financial product. There are of course people out there who don't invest in cryptocurrency at all, and that's entirely down to you. But for me, I think I need to have a small amount of my invested capital in this speculative product because I do think it will be successful in the future. If you don't yet hold Bitcoin or you want to start holding Bitcoin, there's a link in the description below that if you sign up and invest onto the Coinbase platform, you'll get around $9 to $10 of free Bitcoin with your first investment. And if you do want to check out the history of my own cryptocurrency portfolio, you can check out that video up above. Or if you're more into your mainstream investments, why not check out my most recent Vanguard update following the crash of the last week or so.